Hey, what's going on, you wonderful weirdos? I'm Pocan Joe, and as always, you're super cool for swinging by. Appreciate having you come by the evil Lair. This week, this month, I'm particularly excited about this next project. We're going to do something for Veterans Day coming up, although this will be done at the end of the month. Geek Spot, if you don't know him, he has a channel here on the YouTubes. He does unboxings, he's into Magic the Gathering, he's a comic book nerd, loves statues and figurines. He's buddies with like Gary, the casual comic guy, Gary B, the casual comic guy. I know they hang out a little bit, so I'm super happy. He mentioned in one of my comments once before about doing the Rocketeers, backpack, and I was like, oh, that's such a good idea. And then my wife was like, nah, Slim, that ain't happening, because you'll make a working, nope. And I was like, okay, let's make him a helmet. Let's make the helmet a legit Rocketeer helmet. And I got this really cool idea. Instead of taking like a whole piece of metal and just trying to shape it, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it into 4 pieces and bend it and give it a more natural curve to it. So we're going to cut it into 4 sections. So this is our mask in a 2-dimensional phase, right? So cut there, cut there, cut there, cut there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do this to kind of fade it into each other a lot easier, and then we'll just spot weld it up. That should be kind of cool. And then we'll worry about how we're going to do, the fins and all that other stuff. So let's jump into it. We got some drawing to do, and we got some metal to cut. Let's do it. Now we have them cut up, so what we need to do now is I need to use some tools, my arch block and things like that, and a body hammer to kind of create kind of a curve to everything now, right? We're going to make that nice kind of sloping curve to it, and then start kind of tack welding some of this stuff up. And it's getting difficult, which is fine. I like the challenge, and then I still got to figure out how we're going to do these adornments. So let's go ahead, get some welding done, get some shaping done, and see if we can at least stick this stuff together in some way, shape, or form before we move on. Let's go. starting to come together. Things are kind of interesting right now. Ran into a few hiccups with some of my welds because I'm not the best welder in the world. I have a amateur's skill set there. But now we get to do what I like to do the best, and that's adornments, right? So we're going to do the fin, right? You know, the iconic fin, and then those 2 vent holes on the side. Probably get the vent holes done first, and then, I don't know, we'll see. Let's get over to the grinder and start shaping this stuff out and see what we got to do to make that happen now. Alright, so next is body filler with some hardener. We're going to mix that stuff up, and we got to kind of start hiding, you know, our weld lines and our seam lines and stuff like that. And I got a great idea too, since we're going to have a coat of body filler on this, and I think I can get something else done. It's kind of cool. Let's see how this goes first, and then we'll get into that. And then, you know, it's sanding. You got to sand it too, right? You got to sand it and shape it. Sanding and shaping. Yay! Okay, so more iconic stuff, right? There's those famous rivets around the eyes, right? The 4 rivets around each eye, and then there's that kind of traced pattern with the 3 lines along the jawline, kind of like a beard. I'm going to kind of cheat because I don't want to drill holes and put actual rivets into 22 gauge steel. If you've ever messed with 22 gauge steel before, you know you can wrinkle that stuff up really bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to use something I don't normally do because I'm not like a cosplay building kind of guy. It's not really my thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just shape some foam up. I'm going to lay it down, and then we'll just spray paint over that and fill in some of the gaps with some paint or some filler or something, just to kind of fill that out. Again, I don't want to make this thing heavy, put a big old clunky piece of steel on there and worry about hitting it with the welder and burning through it. It will just turn into a mess. So we're going to kind of take a shortcut on this one, but I think it will still add a great effect to it because I can cut foam relatively easy. All right, adornment time. Oh, and for the rivets, I'm going to use little googly eyes. You see those little googly eyes like in craft stores? I'm going to use those because a nail, again, I don't want to hit it and punch it. Really, I should have done that stuff at the beginning, but we keep moving forward. So we're just going to CA glue some googly eyes down and then just kind of brush it over. To it. Okay, so my big idea, right? We got everything attached to it now. We got the body filler down. So in this next part, I'm going to grab some files and I'm going to do something I'm not totally comfortable with, but I'm going to go through and I'm going to kind of score it and kind of dent it in areas, right? Because the Rocketeer's been around since what, the 40s, like easily, and this is going to a veteran. So I don't think it should be like brand new looking, right? We want this thing kind of distressed a little bit, look like it maybe took a bullet, it's over the years, it's patched up and stuff. So I'm going to go through with a round file and an angled file, and we're going to kind of scuff it up and make some marks in places and kind of scratch it up a little bit. I don't know how this will turn out. I know there's a way to distress things with just paint, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted, where you could actually touch it and feel it. I thought that would be cooler. We'll see. If not, I will apologize. So let's jump into that, get it painted, and then we are done. And then big reveal. Big reveal. All right. All right, guys, that's it. We're done. We're finished. So thanks for coming by. Yeah, bye. I'm just kidding. So here's what we came up with. I know you're looking at it and you're like, ooh, shiny, right? It looks really nice. And I appreciate the compliment. But remember my idea where I kind of wanted to put some dents into it and kind of make it look like it was kind of scratched up and messed up? Well, if we look, it really just looks like overspray. It looks so bad. I'm sorry. Even up here, where I tried to make it look like a little bullet hole thing, I was like, oh, right? But I even messed up one of the divots there. Right? The back, again, I tried to make it look like it was dented, and it for some reason just looks like overspray. It doesn't quite have the effect that I wanted. So, GeekSpot, I apologize. I really do. But you're still getting it. I'm still sending it to you. Feel free to do whatever you want with it. I don't know if it will fit your head, but I'm assuming it will fit one of your kids, or maybe something you can just throw in the trash. I don't really know. But I am really happy with the profile. The phone lines that we did, they came out great. These are just pieces of paper. I have tint in there. I was laying down the last of the overcoat on it. So yeah, that's it. We're done. That was it. So hey, first off, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the music. Definitely comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the music. Let me know what you thought about this project, of course, or if you have some tips. I could always use some information. If you know something about body work or something like that, you can definitely comment down below. Give me that knowledge. That's what I'm really looking for. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I'm high on paint fumes. I'm probably not joking. Bye. Okay, whew, more adornments, right? So we got the body filler down, we got our fin. I'm knocking stuff all over. Oh, that's a propane bottle. That's not good.